For decades, it was a common belief that once you had shingles, you were protected from another episode for your lifetime. But now we know that is not necessarily true. Although most people only have one episode, shingles has been known to revisit its victims more than once. The painful skin rash is caused by the varicella zoster virus and usually appears in a band, a strip, or a small area on one side of the face or body. It is common in older adults and people who have a weakened immune system. Ed Neuzil, board-certified nurse practitioner at Allergy, Sinus, and Asthma Family Health Center, explains how shingles works.
Most of us know somebody that had the shingles. It is a very painful rash that you get. It is something that generally follows what we call a dermatome or a nerve. The shingles is an outbreak of the herpes zoster, which is the chickenpox. And so whether you've had the chickenpox or not isn't necessarily the issue, because if you've lived in this country for the last 25, 30 years, you've been exposed to it. And the possibility of having shingles is still real. Once you have is in your system, it's always in your system. It has to do with your immune system. Stressful times, your immune system isn't quite up to par, so you might be able to see outbreaks in cases like that. The FDA has now approved the shingles vaccine, or the Zostavax, for the prevention of shingles in those individuals 50 and above, because they found that we can reduce the incidence of shingles by 70%. So if you haven't had the shingles and you do fall into that group, 50 and above, then I suggest that you really try to find some place to get the Zostavax vaccination. The one thing with the shingles vaccine, if they get the vaccine, you want to avoid being around individuals that are immunocompromised. So anybody that's got HIV, chemotherapy, pregnant women, little babies, you would want to avoid any contact with them for generally 5 to 7 days.
You can't catch shingles from someone else who has shingles, but there is a small chance that a person with a shingles rash can spread the virus to another person who hasn't had chickenpox or hasn't gotten the chickenpox vaccine. To get in touch with Ed Neuzil and the staff at Allergy, Sinus, and Asthma Family Health Center, please visit our specialist directory. Just click the Shingles Aware tab on our homepage, yourhometownhealth.com.